The pump was successful. The lift was successful. The intensity was successful. Everything about this lift, everything about this day went exactly as planned. And that's exactly how every day should be. It's a circle. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, repeat. The more we keep up this rotation, the better as a person I can be. Making me go deeper and deeper into becoming the best version of myself I could ever be. This is our life. So what we're gonna do with our life is strive every single day to become the best version of ourselves we could ever be, regardless of how we feel. Because that's who we are. I'm a child of God. So by me being a child of God, laziness, procrastination, all things of that nature wouldn't be acceptable. All those things I named, it's things that are in the mind. So instead of listening to what your head is telling you to do, you fight that voice in your head that's telling you to do bad things, that's telling you to sin, that's telling you to procrastinate, that's telling you to lay in bed, that's telling you not to train. You fight that voice in your head that's telling you to do these things, or wanting you to do these things, the urges, whatever it may be, urges, temptations, you fight it. And one thing about these temptations and these urges, I recommend not fighting it. I recommend fleeing from it, fleeing from sin. That's what God told you to do. Instead of fighting it alone, He says to flee from sin. Temptation or that urge, you walk away from it. Whatever it may be, I don't know what it is, whatever temptation or urges that you get in your mind, but whatever temptation or urge you get, you flee from it. You don't sit there and, fight it, fight that urge. Keep on looking at the stuff you don't need to be looking at. Keep on doing the stuff that you don't need to be doing, eating the stuff that you don't need to be doing. If you, sit there and fight it, it's going to be harder to control your urges when you could really just flee from it. And that's one thing about sin, is that most of these urges, most of these temptations, they're easy to, control if you have self-discipline and self-control. If you don't have self-control, then you won't be able to flee from temptation. So learn to have self-control. Learn to flee from sin instead of staying by it. The more you fight it and stay by it, the easier it will be to end up falling into it. Most of the time when people fall into sin, they try to fight it and then they end up, falling into the sin. Even when they try to fight it, don't fight it. You flee from it. God literally gave everybody the method. He literally told everybody the method. He told everybody to flee from sin. He didn't say fight it on your own. He didn't say fight it. He said flee from it. So if you can't flee from your own sin, then that's impossible. Everybody, including me, can flee from sin. You just got to have self-control. At first, there's going to be bumps in the roads. There's going to be times where you fail. There's going to be times where you fall into that sin over and over and over again. But that's how the process goes. That's how the progress goes. Just like if you a beginner in the gym, you start off skinny or you start off fat. You fat and then you get all that into muscle. You progress throughout the months. So if you're a person that's struggling with sin, you will have days where you fall into it. That don't mean fall into it on purpose, because I'm saying this. That means try every single day to become better and better and better. Eventually, you're going to get used to it, and you're going to have more self-control. And the only way you have more self-control is if I'm being honest, the way that I do it, the way I flee from sin, the way I control any desire, any temptation, any whatever it may be, is I flee from it and I distract myself with better things. The only way I distract myself with better things is I spend my whole entire day training, eating, doing everything I can to achieve my goals, editing videos. There's so many things throughout the day that's keeping me busy. You know, playing my game every once in a while. That's going to keep me busy. Training, that's keeping me busy. Eating, watching videos, that's keeping me busy. Praying, that's keeping me busy. There's so many things you could do that could keep you busy throughout the day so you won't fall into sin. The reasons why you fall into sin. The reason why y'all fall into sin, y'all. This is the reason why y'all fall into sin. The reason why y'all fall into sin is because y'all don't flee from it. You try to fight it. There's two things that causes people to fall into sin over and over and over again. First, y'all fight it. You don't want to fight it. Like I said, you flee from it. Number two, y'all just don't fight it. Y'all get the urge to do anything, the temptation to do anything, and y'all just say, bump it. I'm just going to go do whatever I want to do because I can't control it. This urge is too strong. I just don't want to control it. I just want to go ahead and do whatever I want to do. And you just give up and just go do it. If you have that type of mindset, that means you're obviously weak-minded. You're weak-minded. You're weak-minded. You're not locked in right now. If you're weak-minded, if you're a person that has been through this type of phase or is going through this phase currently, that means you're weak-minded. You can't control your own urges. You're a bum. You're a loser. If I'm being honest, I'm not trying to sit here and tell anybody no little motivational speech or anything. I'm not finna sugarcoat anything. I'm not finna, be nice about it. If you can't control your own urges, your own temptations, if you can't fight that voice in your head that's telling you to do things that you don't want to do, if you don't have no discipline, you don't have no motivation, no drive to do nothing, you can't sit there and do things that you need to do without motivation, then you're a bum. You're not locked in at all. If I'm being honest, you're not. You gotta learn how to control your urges. Most people go through every single day trying to fight their urges, trying to become the best version of themselves that they ever. There's people out there that are currently fighting their urges, trying to become the best version of themselves that they can ever be, trying to fight it every single day. If you're this person that's trying to fight it every single day and you keep struggling back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, you keep struggling every single time you try to flee from that sin, every time you try to escape that sin, you end up falling back into it. The only way, I promise y'all, the only way you can flee from sin, the only way is this is the method. I'm trying to give y'all the method. I'm putting y'all on game. The only way any human being can flee from sin is number one, obviously fleeing from sin. Doing what God is telling you to do. If y'all don't know how to flee from sin, look up. What does God say about fleeing from sin? He'll tell you how to not fall into sin. He'll tell you how to show you methods, tell you methods on how to not fall into sin. Or you could just listen to what I'm saying in here. I'm giving y'all the methods. I'm giving y'all the, everything y'all need to know. But if y'all want to dive more deep into it, y'all could just look it up yourself. Y'all could read the Bible. Y'all could just look it up on Google, maybe. But that's besides the point. Number two, keeping yourself busy throughout the whole day. I already said this already. Y'all know. Let's be honest. If most of the time when people fall into sin, it be when they're bored. It be like when they're like, there's nothing to do. You're just about to do whatever you want to do because you're bored. Just flee from sin. Stop fighting it. Stop purposely falling into sin. Stop giving up. Learn how to distract yourself with better. What's the word for it? With better. What's the word for it? I would say with better activities. Do things that better for your own benefit instead of doing things that aren't on purpose just because you can't control your urges. Anyways, enough of that chit chat. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow, and there's gonna be I'm pretty sure a arm day or something, a leg day. I don't know what it is gonna be, but it's gonna be some type of video coming out sometime tonight, so be ready for that. It's gonna be this video, obviously, and there's gonna be another video. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. Lock in with God. Hope y'all been taking care of y'allself, because we on a long journey, a very long journey.